Even a man who's pure of heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfsbane blooms and when the autumn moon is bright. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lycan Lunacy. And considering that last time we looked at one of what is widely considered one of the worst werewolf movies ever, it makes sense to look at what many consider the best werewolf movie is for this Lycan Lunacy. And you and my fellow viewers have chosen. So everyone grab your guns and keep them close as we look at Neil Marshals Dog Soldiers. Released in 2002, this film was written, directed, and I believe even produced by Neil Marshall. You may remember Neil Marshall for the excellent 2009 horror film The Descent, and from what I hear, not so great Doomsday, and the absolutely abysmal David Harbour Hellboy movie that came out in 2019. Although admittedly that film was more on Lionsgate's fault than Neil's. Outside of that, Neil Marshall kind of has fallen off the face of the earth. I have heard that he's still making movies, but none of them have really matched any kind of success similar to Dog Soldiers or The Descent. So, but we're not here to talk about his current career. We're here to talk about the film that made him a big name. Dog Soldiers tells the story of a bunch of British soldiers on a routine training exercise, only for their training exercise to get turned into legit field work, as they find special ops soldiers that were attacked by a pack of werewolves. The squad is forced to hole up inside a house and fight off against the Lycans until daylight. So basically think Night of the Living Dead meets Aliens meets The Howling, and you pretty much have Dog Soldiers. I've actually seen this movie before many years ago, and many years ago I remember liking it, but I haven't rewatched it since. So I rewatched it, and let me tell you, it's even better than I remember. This is one hell of a good werewolf flick. It's just one hell of a good movie in general. There's so much to enjoy in this movie. There's not a lot to talk about due to its simplicity. I mean, this movie really doesn't try to have a deep message per se. It's basically a fun werewolf B-movie. But what makes it a lot of fun... but what really makes it a lot of fun, though, is the characters. All the characters in this film are incredibly likable. They're Sarge, the leader, Cooper, the second in command and the most level-headed one, Spoonie, the loudmouth badass, Joe, the big tough guy, Terry, the kinda cowardly one of the group, and Bruce. And the only thing I can tell you about Bruce is he's the very first to die. In a very embarrassing way. There's also a woman who they also tag alongside with named Megan. She's basically a zoologist and basically there to be the werewolf expert per se. The movie... Yeah, all the characters in the film are incredibly likable. Two of the best characters in the film, in my opinion, are Spoonie and Cooper. For starters, Cooper. I just like Cooper because I like when it comes to a group of people trying to survive, I like the most level-headed ones. I like the ones who are the most cool, calm, and collective in these moments. It's probably why one of my favorite Colonial Marines in Aliens is Corporal Hicks. No offense to the other guy. No offense to the other guys, but I've always liked Hicks because because even when all hell was breaking loose, he was the most he was the most clear-headed. The type of people I like people who take initiative when situations get crazy like this. And Cooper is a great character. I also like to and this will seem like a weird compliment, but I also really like this actor's accent. He has this very thick Scottish accent that somehow makes a lot of his lines sound a lot more badass. I can't explain it. Just something about his voice just makes a lot of these lines work. Then there's Spoonie. I love this guy. And yes, as a fan of that guy with the glasses back in the day, it is funny that there's a character in this movie named Spoonie, and there's a used to be famous internet critic also named Spoonie who has kind of fallen off the face of the earth. Regardless, but yeah, Spoonie in this film is great. Like that, he's got a loud mouth, but damn, does he have some balls on him? Like that scene where he goes outside, pretty much yelling at the werewolves to come and grab him. Dude has balls there. I wouldn't have enough courage to do that shit. And even towards the end of the film, when he like loses his gun or runs out of bullets, he decides to fist fight a werewolf. If only he had a silver cane on hand. I really need to. Yeah, I've been wanting to find a silver cane from the original Wolfman, but I can't find it for a decent price online. Anyway. But yeah, that scene is awesome. Even when he's about to get eaten, he goes out with a badass line. All the other characters are great too, and are incredibly likable. These are the kind of characters where when they die, I do legit feel bummed out. Well, except for Alan. I think that's his name. The special ops guy that is the only survivor. This guy's whole goal, it pretty much reveals that Special Weapons Division knew about werewolves, and they wanted Alan to bring one in. Cause yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Try and nab a fucking werewolf with tranquilizer darts. What could go wrong? Evidently everything. Also, I'm not gonna act like I'm in charge of a special weapons division or a special ops crew. But wouldn't you send like, I don't know, an entire group of people rather than just like a few guys? I feel like seriously, I'm surprised nobody looked at Alan and was like, for a special ops guy, you're kind of fucking stupid. Points if you get that reference. Anyway, but he's meant to be unlikable, really. Yeah, the only other character I don't like is Megan, and we'll get to why. But first off, this is a werewolf movie, so how do the werewolves look? Badass. These are some badass looking werewolves. I did some research online, and apparently what Neil Marshall did was he hired a bunch of interpretive dancers and had them wear the werewolf costumes while on stilts. The intention was to make the werewolves look move a lot more graceful and predatory as opposed to lumbering. And it definitely works out. These werewolves look incredible. Like the costumes look really damn good. Hell, this looks better than some werewolf effects you see today. Scratch that. It looks better than all werewolf effects you see today, which is really depressing to say. Yeah, it's bad when a movie. Yeah, it's bad when a movie made by a first time filmmaker can have better looking werewolves on a minimal budget by comparison. But yeah, the only unfortunately, you don't really get any transformation scene in this film. And I mean, whenever a monster does transform, they usually hide it, probably due to budget reasons. It definitely. But besides that, the werewolves look awesome. The action is a ton of fun. It's shot very well. There really isn't that much else to say about it. It's just a fun werewolf B movie. Nothing more, nothing less, but that's part of the fun of it. It knows what it is and has a blast with itself. It's no wonder the film has gained a cult following over the years. I don't think it's perfect, though. There are a few issues I have, though very minor. One issue I have, and this might be a nitpick, but the movie is never really consistent with its rules on werewolves. Like, the movie semi implies that Silver would work. But we see a lot of them get taken out by an explosion. And the last werewolf, Ryan, that's the special ops guy's name. The last werewolf, Ryan, he's taken out with a bullet to the head. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a silver bullet, so isn't Ryan just going to get back up? Okay, I guess not. So, I mean, what are the rules here exactly? I don't know. It might seem like a nitpick, but I would have liked it if the film was at least a little bit more consistent with that. Um, another issue I have, and it's really with one character, it's probably just a me thing, but I don't like Megan. Don't get me wrong. Throughout most of the movie, she's pretty likable, up until her betrayal. Long story short, we find out that all the werewolves attacking them actually live in the farmhouse that they're in, and like they're holding up in. And we find out that Megan is actually a part of the family. She contacted Ryan, hoping that if she exchanged information on the werewolves, she could get an easy out. But, however, after everything, she decides to completely screw the group over, seeing no way out. Okay. Okay. If you truly see your situation as hopeless, fine. But do you really have to screw everybody else over? I mean, it's already been night for like several hours, and the last climax, which I assume takes place maybe an hour or two, daylight shows up. Um, I mean, I just don't. I just don't get it. Like, you set up this likable character, and then you completely butcher her at the ends by having her screw everybody over. Wouldn't it actually be a lot cooler if she actually did turn into a werewolf and actually fight back or something? I don't know. I don't know. It reminds me a lot of that one woman from the movie They Live, where they kind of set her up like the love interest, but then at the end she completely betrays everyone, which revealed to be entirely pointless because the alien's identity would be revealed anyway. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, if you see the situation as hopeless, that's fine. Fine, give up, but don't drag everyone else down with you. It's so incredibly selfish. But then again, this is just a me thing, and it's not really enough to ruin the film in general. I still had a lot of fun with the movie. It's not really like it's not really like a movie with deep themes or ideas, but it doesn't really have to be. It just has to be a fun werewolf flick, and that's exactly what it is. Dog Soldiers gets an A. It's a solid movie, a solid werewolf B movie, and it was a lot of fun rewatching it again. There actually were plans for a sequel, but for some reason it was canceled. From what I understand, it was because the producer of the first film, just like separated ties with Neil Marshall, and I don't think anybody knows where the producer is now. It's very odd. And it's a damn shame because I really feel like you can do a lot of cool stuff with the sequel. Maybe the sequel can go deeper into how the werewolves work and how long they've been around for. Or maybe you could have like or maybe you could have them actually capture a werewolf and learn more about them through that. Or maybe you could have the werewolves attack a city. Holy shit, how cool would that be? I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of potential for a Dog Soldier sequel, but it doesn't look like that'll happen, and it's a damn shame. But at least we got one solid werewolf movie. So, Dog Soldiers, have you guys seen it? What do you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like what you see here, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. That's all I got for today. I'm Zach the Movie Fan. See ya.